Foxman, I wish you and I could have a dialogue. You wouldn't put that small-time stuff over on me that you put on scared-to-death Negroes, that if they mentioned you and you call them anti-Semitic, they start bowing to you and your pressure. Kanye West, don't bow to the pressure to apologize to anybody. You said nothing wrong. Who are you, Farrakhan, to tell him that he said nothing wrong? I am directly from the Christ and the Messiah. So what I tell you has more weight than anything that these enemies might want to say. You have nothing to apologize for. It is their fear of the truth. And that's why it gives me pleasure to defend my brother. Fox.
Okay, guys and girls, you got the original Lone Wolf coming at you with a brief little message. I'm gonna try to be chill about this. I just got off work. I'm kicked back. I got me a little something to drink, and I'm just relaxing. So I ran across this, and I can't let this shit go. I cannot let this shit go, man. I have to point this kind of shit out because one way or another, my point is gonna get across, and it's not gonna be a flipping thing that anybody can say. Nobody. No scholars, no people in how intelligent they are, or no people in what they think they know, and people all in their feelings and blah, blah, blah. Listen, man, it's called a distraction for a reason. This is why I don't get into that shit. This is why, like I told y'all before, I'm going to stay at the bottom of this YouTube thing. I'm never going to go anywhere. Right? And it's not because I don't put no effort into it, because the people who watch me know I put effort and passion and energy and thought into it. They know this. A lot of these people talk to me on the phone or text me or, email me back and forth. You know what I'm saying? They know. Like I told y'all in a couple of videos ago, I just met King Lou and shit. He came down here, man. I chopped it up with the brother and shit, man. We went out and had pizza, and you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I do. Let me tell y'all something, man. What y'all looking at is two controlled oppositions on screen. You're looking at two puppets. And Farrakhan's so deep in this shit, man. Look, listen, I'm telling y'all here and now, we're never ever gonna go anywhere. Not just because of these two people on screen. Now, I'm not gonna just sit here and put all the blame on these two people on screen. I'm not gonna do that. But what I will tell you is this: as long as we got people like them around, we're never going to go anywhere as a people. Okay? It's all a distraction. Number one, here's the most important thing that you all need to understand about this. They only give people like the guys on the screen a platform. They're not going to, listen to me. For anybody who subscribed to Jim Red Wolf platform, right? Let me ask y'all a question. Do you really think them motherfuckers will let him go on Fox or CNBC or CNN or any of them other places and read them fucking books? Huh? Y'all know I get on there, he be reading from them books and shit. And them be real books he reading from. Like, he ain't on no fucking bullshit. Those are real books he reading. That's real shit he talking about. Do you really think they gonna let him go on there? You really think they'll let somebody like me go on a platform like that and tell it like it is? Huh? And this is the number one problem that I have. Now, you can call it hate. You can say I'm jealous and envy, and you say whatever you want, man. But just keep in mind, when they tore up the city doing that George Floyd shit, I did a video. And for some of the people that's been on my channel since my original channel, they'll tell you this. I did a video, man. I showed them how they had motherfucking Middle Eastern motherfuckers that own a cell phone store, one of them hole-in-the-wall cell phone stores and shit, right? They had them motherfuckers on. Now, this is across the street from the mosque. Do you understand? This is across the street from the goddamn mosque. On motherfucking 74th and Stony Island. Directly across the street, man, they had these motherfucking Middle Eastern motherfuckers on top of the motherfucking roof with AR-15s and shit. And it's like, at Gumi, where they do that at? You can't have no AR-15s in Chicago. That's one of the reasons for why I left. You cannot get caught with an AR-15 in the city limits of Chicago. This is the reason for why right now I'm in DuPage County. But the part of DuPage County I'm in, I'm right on the border of Cook County. I'm right on the border. I'm in a car with, little to no traffic. It take fucking 12 minutes, if that, to get back into the city. Ain't that far. But that's one of the reasons why I left. All right? I got hollow points in every caliber I own. You can't have that shit in Chicago. You catch a case for that. Even with the firearm card that you got to get before you can even buy a fucking gun in Illinois. Even with that card, you'll catch a case for that. And they'll take your guns. That's some shit that'll get your guns took. So how's these motherfucking Middle Eastern motherfuckers on top of the cell phone store with fucking AR-15 shit? I filmed this and I put it on YouTube on my original channel. These people are puppets, man. You could say, listen, let me explain something to y'all. You'll have people that hear me say they puppets, right? But then they'll clap back and say, but they be telling the truth though. This is what controlled oppositions do. This is the entire tactic for subversion. This is the entire tactic for subversion. And baby girl Nichelle chimed in and she wrote the name of that motherfucking guy I was talking about that like he created it or perfected it, went over fucking with the Russians and MI6 and all that other bullshit. And the KGB and all the motherfuckers. Okay? And she put his name in the chat too. I got to do it. Look, I got to do a breakdown on this nigga. I got to do a breakdown on subversion and I got to do a breakdown on controlled opposition so you all understand this. This is telling the truth. Giving you some truth is a part of it. It's a part of it. That's the way it works. But what people don't understand is it be that little teensy-weensy little part that be completely lies. That's the real problem. Or the shit that they intentionally leave out. That's what the real problem be. Like for a fact, like for example, both of these motherfuckers you see on screen know that we not from Africa. But he talking about the Christ and the Messiah and all, so it's like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay? So you all need to understand that. The question becomes, why ain't the original Lone Wolf allowed to have a platform? Why is it that I can't stand up and speak about what it is that I want to speak about in regards to what this crap is that they've been talking about? The whole White Lives Matter and all this other shit. Why can't I ask no questions? Why can't I get on a platform and ask questions? That's how you know it's bullshit. That's how you know it's all bullshit. Here it is. You got motherfucking Kanye supposed to be going on these platforms talking all this motherfucking shit about Jews and this, that, and the other, right? But the motherfucking Jews are the ones that got all the platforms. It's supposed to be them, right? This, you know what this shit remind me of? It remind me of Malcolm X. And I'm not trying to diss the brother. I wasn't born back then. I didn't grow up around him. I don't know him and etc. Right? But this reminds me of that. Haven't y'all noticed how in the fucking old ass interviews and shit that Malcolm X was doing, he was always talking about the white man was the devil and the white man wasn't shit and the white man was swine and all this other shit. But you doing this on an all-white network and the motherfucking people on the network is all white. Make that shit make sense. Because I can't. So if anybody can chime in on that to kind of help the Lone Wolf out in terms of what that shit is about, let me know. Because that's what this shit looks like. Here it is, you got fucking Farrakhan talking all this shit about the white man and this, that, and the other, but he fuck with niggas in Scientology. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it one more time, man. They call it a fucking distraction for a reason. They're not gonna let somebody like me and you get on a platform, especially multiple platforms, man. That's what I was saying about the whole thing about Malcolm X. Make that shit make sense. How the fuck was he the only nigga back in the 60s that could get on these platforms and talk about white people the way that he did? These were all white platforms owned by all white people, but yet you get to talk about how they not shit? And you was going on platform after platform saying that? Make that shit make sense. Make it make sense. The only logic to it is that it's corruption. And maybe that's the reason for why Malcolm woke up and started exposing the Nation of Islam. And you know what I'm saying? This punk he got in the background on the picture here, Elijah Muhammad and all. Maybe that's how that came to be. I don't know. But what I can tell you is there's no motherfucking way in hell you gonna sit up here and be on every white person network talking about how white people and their mamas ain't shit. But yet they keep allowing you to come on their fucking channel and shit. They keep allowing you on it. Man, get the look. Anyway, man. Let me just do a little brief commentary on this bullshit and I'm gonna get up out of here.
Foxman, I wish you and I could have a dialogue. You wouldn't put that small-time stuff over on me that you put on scare.
And that's what I would say to Farrakhan. If I was able to get on the platform and shit and sit down and talk to him, this fucking shit he's saying out his mouth, man, you couldn't run that shit on me. Here's the first thing I want to ask fucking Louis Farrakhan. What happened to the Fraternal Order of Islam? What happened to that? What happened to the FOI? And how did you all convert that from the FOI to the NOI? How did you all become a nation?
To death Negroes that if they mention Jew and you call them anti-Semitic, they start bowing to you and your...
But wait a minute. If the so-called melanated man and woman is supposed to be the original Jew, right? And I'm just saying, I like to play devil's advocate. People who know me know that. If the so-called melanated man and woman is supposed to be the original Jew, with the stuff that other people who aren't Jews and what they're doing to us, wouldn't that make them anti-Semitic? Right? Why ain't nobody brought up the fucking scripture that tell you in Revelations that many will come to you in those days and tell you they are Jews, but they are not, for they are the synagogue of Satan? What's up with that?
Pressure? Kanye West, don't bow to the pressure to apologize to anybody. You said nothing wrong.
He might not have said nothing wrong, but he damn sure left a lot of shit out. So how about you apologize for that? How about you apologize for not bringing up the scripture in the Bible? Since everybody ain't he supposed to be Ye or Jeezy or whatever the fuck he done changed his name to? Ye or Ye or some old shit that's supposed like fucking Jay-Z went to Hove and this nigga's supposed to be Ye or Jay or some old shit. You put it together, you got Jehovah. Why don't you apologize for not bringing up that fucking shit in the book of Revelation where they tell you these niggas are not Jews? They tell you that they the fucking synagogue of Satan. The building they practice in, they worship in is called a fucking synagogue. So he got a lot of fucking apologizing to do, and he got a lot of motherfucking explaining to do.
Are you, Farrakhan, to tell him that he said nothing wrong? I am directly from the Christ and the Messiah. So what I tell you has more weight than anything that these enemies might want to say. You have...
And people believe that shit. I can't rewind this. But people actually believe that shit, man. They actually believe that he got all the right in the world to fucking be the way he are and speak and have these platforms and all this other shit. And I only see one word when I see this man, and that's motherfucking destruction. The area that the mosque sit in, that neighborhood that the mosque is over in, when I tell you over there on 74th and Stony Island, this a fucking shithole. Jackson Park Hospital is on the next motherfucking block. You go in there with an ingrown toenail and come out dead. And this is on the next block. The Jewel across the street, which is a grocery store, ain't shit. Ain't nothing but poison in the whole goddamn grocery store. You got homeless motherfuckers, junkies, motherfuckers taking a piss out on the side of the building, the whole fucking 9 yards. Within walking distance of this fucking mosque. Now you understand why they'll let these niggas talk, but they won't let me speak. It's Original Lone Wolf, man. There's some sucker shit here, for real.
Nothing to apologize for. It is their fear of the truth. And that's...
What truth? The truth is being kept from the people. Well, what are you talking about, Lone Wolf? What truth are they keeping from the people? The fact that these motherfuckers ain't really Jews. So what are they afraid of? How are they not sitting back after they put this script together and put it out and it's playing over the airwaves and shit? How are these people not sitting back laughing at this shit?
Why it gives me pleasure to defend my brother.
This the original Lone Wolf, man. This is just some type shit. Anyway, enjoy the rest of you guys' day. Much love to y'all, man, and we'll get back on here. But remember what I said to you. It's about subversion and it's about controlled opposition. And with that, you get your distractions. Peace.